What is going on, guys? Third attempt to make this video. I made it once, I lost half the footage, don't know what happened. Made it a second time. I don't really like how it turned out because I forgot my sunglasses. My sunglasses are in there and I am out here. That's such a tragedy. I don't care. But let's try and make this video again. So first things first, I kind of wanted to say that I noticed that some people comment, and I noticed I didn't respond to those comments, and I just want you to know that I just didn't get a notification for it, especially if it's like an older video that I did. YouTube doesn't really notify me for it, which is kind of unfortunate. So just don't, I just never want anybody to think that I'm being rude and just not answering anybody. But today we're going to be talking about traffic and kind of how to deal with it. I made a video before about fears in highway riding, and I'm trying to make these two different videos. So I'm not going to say, hey, click the link in the top corner to go see the video, because every time somebody does that, they never produce the thing. So I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if it's hard to do or what, but here is the thumbnail for the video. Please check it out if you want another angle at this topic, because kind of today I just want to talk about just general fear and anxiety with traffic, and kind of what you can do to, you know, get over that and to move up, because you're going to have to deal with traffic. Like you kind of have to deal with traffic, and there's ways to, you know, you can go about it. And I guess the first thing that I want to say is, you know, whenever I first started driving just cars, and my dad was teaching me how to drive, he told me something that really stuck with me, and I really hope that this helps you out as well. Whenever we were driving and there'd be a solid double yellow, I would scoot so far over on my side of the road whenever a car was coming my way, and my dad would say, Matt, listen, they don't want to hit you just as badly as you don't want to hit them. And that, at the end of the day, that's the truth. You know, people don't want to hit you, they just unfortunately do hit you. But kind of what we're going to talk about today is how to kind of get over that, and a few tips that you can do to help you be seen, because that's what it's all about. It's all about excuse me, it's all about being seen and being able to be able to react in these situations. So let's go ahead and let's get going, and you know, let's kind of jump right into it. So, you know, I think being nervous or a little bit scared of traffic is a completely natural and normal thing. You know, fear in general is a natural emotion, and in my opinion, it's a really good emotion. It's a great motivator. You know, if you think about it, if you are losing your job and you still have rent and you still have all these things to do, you're going to be pretty fearful of not being able to continue your livelihood, especially if you have a family that depends on you. So that motivation will help you get things done in a really quick way too, because you don't want to be in that position. So fear is not a bad thing. I think the trick with fear is being able to tell the difference between rational fear and irrational fear. Rational fear, of course, is like natural fear. You're welcome. Rational fear is natural fear. Like it's something that is justified. You know, it is completely justified to be scared of traffic because it is dangerous. Riding a motorcycle is dangerous. I mean, we're not going to sugarcoat it. People die. Hundreds and thousands of people die every year in motorcycle accidents. So we can't say that it's not dangerous. So having that fear is completely justified. It's a rational fear. And irrational fear is something that just doesn't really make a lot of logical sense. You know, an irrational fear is like, man, if I go out, you know, cops are going to pull me over, or somebody's going to hit me, or whatever. If I go out, I'm definitely going to get in an accident. That's an irrational fear. It doesn't make sense. I mean, yeah, those things can happen, but they also might not happen. So take a step back with anything in life. If you're fearful of whatever's going on in your life, maybe take a step back and think, hey, is this rational or irrational? While fear is a great motivator, fear is also a liar. So it's a good tool, but you gotta figure out, is it rational or irrational? As far as riding in traffic goes, if I'm going to be completely transparent, and I like to be completely transparent, I'm hoping I don't have a coughing fit. I've been sick and I don't know what's going on. But if I'm being honest, I was never scared of highway speeds or traffic, and that doesn't make me a great motorcycle rider, or boosting an ego or anything like that. That's just not what bothered me. What bothered me actually was stalling my motorcycle on a hill with an impatient driver behind me, running out of gas, taking turns too wide. Those are the kind of things that I was a little fearful of. But being fearful of highway speeds and of traffic is a supernatural, not supernatural, but it's a very natural emotion to feel, because again, it is kind of justified. You are putting yourself at risk by, please don't have a coughing fit. Oh man, I wanted to go up that way too, but it looks like there's police blocking the road for whatever reason. Is the road open? Because I do want to go straight. I can't tell. Anyways, but what's cool about it is, there are things that you can do to really help mitigate your risk whenever, or not necessarily mitigate your risk per se. What are you guys doing? You guys should technically be over in the next lane. But there are things that you can do to help work yourself up to these high traffic areas. So for example, I just want to see what these guys are doing. Okay, looks like some kind of wreck. But for example, you can determine what kind of traffic you're playing in by the environment in which you are playing in, and also the time of day. I think time of day is a real big thing, especially for new riders to be aware of, because I'm trying to not cough in the camera or in the microphone. But if you think about it, there are more dangerous times to ride a motorcycle. So early in the morning, you have one, rush hour traffic, so you have more vehicles on the road, and two, you have tired, groggy people who are trying to get to work on the road. That's something to be aware of. On the reverse side, in the evening, you have evening traffic. You have the same scenario, a lot of people on the road, but also now you're dealing with people that are impatient and they want to get home. So you can pick a time to be on the road that's somewhere in the middle. Lunchtime's a good time to be on the road. It's broad daylight, not too many traffic out, but you can still play in traffic. There's a nice Sunday morning ride is also a nice run, because a lot of people aren't on the roads. You'll get the church crowd after church or whatever, but maybe you'll be running into a lot of Sunday drivers, just people taking their time in general, which is really nice. So these things that you can do, that you can be in traffic but kind of dip your toes into the water. These things, you can ease your way into traffic if you're worried about traffic situations. The other thing that you can do to really help ease your traffic anxiety is is knowing what to do in an emergency. It is so very important to practice your slow speed maneuvers, to practice your emergency takeoffs, to practice your emergency swerves. Here comes the coughing fit. Fuck, I'm sorry guys, I hope that's not like in your ear. But you know, those things, what we're talking about, practicing those slow speed maneuvers, those emergency maneuvers, are like reassurances too, because I'll tell you what, whenever you are in a situation where, you know, you're comfortable on your motorcycle, you know, you will be generally comfortable. You know, if you're at a light and you're worried that, oh man, what if somebody hits me, you know, somebody, you know, I gotta do this, gotta do that, you know, maybe step back and think to yourself, well, am I really comfortable with being on the road? Do I really know what's going on? You know, so the things that you do, you know, to help you, you know, with those are the basic motorcycle skills. You know, lane position is so important. Having an escape route, not only while you're driving, but not only while you're parked behind a car, you know, you're offside, but while you're driving as well. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm watching this guy. This traffic is slow. Maybe he wants to get over. That's why he was braking. And it looks like that's what he did. So just being able to recognize stuff like that will make you a more confident, calm rider, because, you know, you might be like, oh, you know, something might go wrong. But, you know, whenever you know what's going on, you're like, hey, listen, I'm set up for safety. I'm keeping it in first. I'm flashing my brakes. You know, I'm watching what everybody's doing. Everything's okay. And if something were to happen and I have to hurry up and quickly get out of the way, I know how to do that because I practiced my emergency takeoffs. I practiced my emergency swerves and all of that stuff. You know, if fear is derived from, you know, the unknown, then the remedy to fear is practice and knowledge. You know what I mean? You know, if fear is, you know, the unknown or the unexpected, then knowing what can be the unexpected and knowing how to work with that. For example, look at that guy. He just went right over. He didn't even look. But this pattern here, I wouldn't really want to be in that lane. Look, he did the same fucking thing. I wouldn't want to be in that lane. I want to be in this lane because that's a merging lane. Little things like that you can do. Can I do it? We're going to do it. Little things like that you can do will make you a safer and smarter rider. Being able to pick up on patterns. I'll tell you another real good thing. And if you are a person who has been driving for quite some time, not necessarily motorcycles, but just driving in general, you know, or you start to pick up on driver's intuition. Oh, look at that. I wanted to see that. Light flight helicopter. I really wanted to see that. I hope they're okay. Lord, I hope they're okay. You know, you start picking up on these, like, driver's intuition. Like, you know, you can tell it's like, that guy has been kind of, you know, on my ass. I have a feeling he's going to do a illegal overtake. Oh, look, there he is. He's doing an illegal overtake. Or you're watching that guy there. It's like, he's not really paying attention on his phone, and the guy in front of him is braking. I have a feeling that he's going to brake aggressively because he's going to catch it at the last minute, and that's what ends up happening. That is another great thing with these motorcycles is, you know, you can use them to your advantage. Yeah, they are small and they are harder to see, but the advantage is you're smaller, so you can get into tighter spots. You can use your acceleration to really get out of somebody's blind spots. You know what I mean? Here, this example here, what do you think? Do you think this is a good escape route? Maybe pause the video and think about it. Do you think this is a good escape route? Technically, that would probably be a better escape route. Why? That is a turn-only lane. There's no traffic in there. There's still room to fill that spot. What if guy behind me doesn't stop, so I have to hurry up and make that maneuver, but somebody is right in that lane? It's these little things that you guys can do that will come naturally for you. You know what I mean? You're not going to be the best off the bat. I certainly am not, and I have so much to learn, and I'm excited to learn too. But you know, these things you will pick up, and you know, traffic is just another one of those things. I personally love riding in traffic. I think it's fun because it's so engaging. You have to think. I mean, you have to think regardless when you're on a motorcycle. That's why, I'm sorry, I hate the phrase throttle therapy. The motorcycle's not your therapist, dude. And if you have issues, I mean, okay, I get it. You know, the motorcycle may take your mind off of, you know, whatever's bothering you because you're so absorbed in the riding aspect. I get that, and I'll vouch for that one. But just to get on a bike and zone out or white out if you are watching Dan the Fireman is dangerous. And that brings me to another point. You know, I think, and I'm going to make a video about moto vlogs, but definitely watch moto vlogs about motorcycle crashes. I'm thinking about doing a couple of them. I want to test the waters over the winter, but like reaction videos to motorcycle crashes from like Moto Stars or whatever, and kind of break down what's going on. Please let me know in the comments if that's something that you might actually be interested in, because I'm kind of interested in doing it. But whenever you're surrounding yourself in that kind of education, I'm in second. But when you're surrounding yourself in that kind of stuff, and then you know what's going on, you know how to react, you know, and that's the biggest thing, guys. Like with dealing with traffic, you have to practice your swerves, emergency braking, all of that stuff, because you don't want to have to do it for the first time whenever it's your emergency. It's go time, it's game time. You don't want to do that. You want to be able to practice that so much that it's so much of a muscle memory that you don't even think about doing it. I'll admit, I do not get mad when people cut me off or do stupid traffic stuff. I don't get mad anymore because it is what it is, and I expect it. Please expect to be cut off. You have to expect to be cut off, because you will be cut off. You will run into situations. You know, Rick Grimes, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. You will run into a situation eventually where you have to be able to react. So just practicing those maneuvers, looking, you know, paying attention. What are you doing? He wasn't paying attention. That's a flashing light. That was literally a flashing arrow. Yeah, people are going to do stupid stuff. Right now, it's 15:39. It's 3:39 in the afternoon. People are getting off work. I just got off work. People are tired. This is a super busy area. This is nothing but intersections. Now we got road work, so now that's deal with stopping vehicles, that's deal with hazardous materials on the road. All this stuff that you gotta your pick up on. I'm sorry. I know I just deviated from the whole traffic thing, but yeah, you know, that's my personal opinion on traffic and kind of what to do. Practice your what are those called? What I just do? Safety checks. Practice your safety checks. You know what I mean? Just all these tools are at your disposal, so please use them. Please use them, because whenever you're such a confident rider, whenever you're such a confident rider, it's just going to make it not only safer but more enjoyable. You know what I mean? So just you know, work your way up to that. You know, if you are generally worried about traffic or whatever, you know, most people they start in their neighborhood, then they go into a busier area, then maybe they jump on, you know, a highway for an exit, maybe then they jump on the interstate for an exit or two, and they just build themselves up. I think I jumped on the interstate my second day. And that's not boasting, and that's not necessarily a good or bad thing. It's just what I did because, I don't know, I kind of have that, not go big or go home. I hate that. It's not a bit go big or go home. It's the, if I can do this in this situation, I can do it in any situation, if that makes any sense. So, you know, I think the second part of the video was supposed to be about oh, excuse me, I don't know why I said excuse me for going over a bump, is speed. And again, speed was another thing that I didn't have a problem with. And again, it's not that, you know, I'm not scared or should be scared, you know, of it. It's just not what bothered me. Again, what bothered me was, you know, going wide in a turn, or, you know, stalling and looking like an idiot, you know, dropping my bike. You know, those are the things that scared me. But you know what? I stalled in front of people, not that big of a deal. I dropped my motorcycle, not that big of a deal. You know what I mean? But, you know, as far as speed goes, yeah, the same deal. You know, you start off small, and then you just work your way up. And, this on? Yes. And, you know, you just work your way up. And, yeah, you know, you're grow with it. It's crazy how fast you really do. It's crazy how fast you really do. Look, flash my brakes, keeping them first. We're checking our mirror. We're making sure guy behind me is stopped. I don't care that he's stopped. I'm keeping it in first. That's another thing I want to tell you guys. Please get in the habit, if you can, keep this bike in first all the time. My motorcycle is never in neutral. When it's parked, it's in gear. It helps it from being stolen with the handlebars locked. Shout out to Matt Underwood. Dude, I'm so sick that your bike got stolen and you're out for the season. That is such a horrible thing to happen to such a good freaking person. Like, people piss me off, man. Yeah, that people piss me off. But my bike is never in neutral. It's always in first, as it should be. You know what I mean? So I think I was going on a rant about something. I forgot, and I hate this road. Maybe we'll make another video about really crappy road conditions. Because this thing just grabs the tire, and it's supposed to be at a faster speed. But yeah, I don't know. I think I'm going to end the video here real quick. I actually have another ending. Oh no. I kind of have another ending that I wanna incorporate, and ironically, it's getting close up to here, so maybe I'll see if I can time it right. And I'm just going to continue to talk, and then I'll let you guys go, and you guys can finish it. So you will know whenever there's a weird you know whenever it's the other ending of the video, because there'll be a cut or whatever. But yeah, this actually happened the first time I tried to do this video, which actually turned out really well. But for whatever reason, like I said, I lost all my I lost half the footage, and that really ticked me off, because again, it turned out well. I'm not necessarily feeling the best. I'm not like sick as a dog, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I mean, you guys will get it. You know what I mean? You guys will get it. Just, you know, I said it once and I'll say it a million times, and if you follow my channel, you know exactly what I'm about to say. Riding a motorcycle is a single person sport. I'm sorry. you're the only person that's going to pay for your actions. You know, you're the only one that's going to pay for your actions. You know, if your buddy's going all fast and all that stuff, and then you're trying to go fast to keep up with them, and you wreck your bike, unless he is a super cool rich friend, probably not going to pay for your bike. And if insurance catches wind, that's why you wrecked your bike, they're probably not going to, you know, pay for it either. But I'm going to let you guys go. I think the cutoff is right about here, and here you guys are. I really hope that this video was okay. I necessarily didn't want to put out the other one because I'm kind of on the fence. If I lower gear, Matt, she's a whiz. I'm kind of on the fence if I want to put it out, because it's kind of me whining in a sense, and I don't really want to put out content like that. There was the phone. But yeah, I don't know, guys. That's all I would really say about it, is just be aware of your situation. You know, you are the only person who's going to pay for your actions. You know, it's not your buddy, it's you and your bike who's going to pay for all this. So, you know, slow it down if you need to slow down. If you have to start, you know, on smaller roads or whatever, do. Aw, it's completely broken. That sucks. Oh, that sucks. Get yourself a quad lock, guys. Do not cheap out on a motorcycle mount. Get a quad lock. It's well worth the price. Just do it. Anyways, I hope this video was delightful for you. I hope that you learned something. I hope it turns out good. And yeah, I don't know. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. That will put me higher in the algorithm to be able to get paid to buy a new phone. Anyways, thanks guys. I will see you later.